Alright, everybody, welcome back to our Fusion series. My name is Xavier, and today we'll be going over the basics of sketching. So let me introduce Fusion real quickly. So let's start at the very top. Over here, we have our data panel, and this basically stores different folders with our projects. It's very important for data management. For right now, it's not very important. And then over here, we have our file. We can do different things with our file. We can export it. We can 3D print it. So that's like after you're done making whatever in here, because this is very important. You got to save your files whenever you're working on them. You can't just like leave them without saving them. So make sure you save often. Over here we have our delete and undo delete. So whatever like you delete, whatever you delete in the main area over here, so you can undo that. You can go forward. So that's important. Um, then we have our home button that just goes back to like the very like front page of Fusion basically. So just go back. All right, and then this is our title for our project. We can make more projects. You can have different tabs for your projects. And this is some like help, notification, and then you got your profile. And here we have our toolbar. And the main section we want to worry about right now is just the solid section. So we have create, automate, modify, assemble. So this is like abstract stuff. Let's just worry about right now. Just create. So let's first create a sketch. So just delete that. Okay, and then so create a sketch, and let's go for the bottommost face. All right, and I already configured my units to inches. If you want to configure yours to inches as well, just go here, and then document settings, units, click this, and then you can select whatever you want. And I selected inches, and then default. Okay, and then let's talk about the shapes. Okay, so you have a lot of shapes. You have arcs, you have points, you have circles, you got polygons. Let's start with a basic rectangle. So even in the rectangle section, you have different settings. So you can go 2 point, you can go 3 point, you can go center point, and let's just do center point. Okay, so we're gonna click the origin right here, and we're gonna just do, because there's two different dimensions for a rectangle. So let's just go like 1 inch up and 2 inches across. Okay, and boom, we have our rectangle. So this is our first sketch, and then we have our shape right here. And as you can see in our browser, we already have our sketch right here. And yeah, that's basically our first sketch. So let's go back and let's modify it. Okay, so let's say we don't want it to be 1 inch from bottom to top anymore. We can configure this to be 8. And the way I did that was just by simply double clicking it and then changing the number. So that's how you change the dimensions. And okay, let's go back. Let's say I didn't even like, also, yeah, I just pressed R to get a 2 point rectangle. So let's say I don't even care about the dimensions right now. I'll press D when I have dimensions, D, and then click the 2 points. Or alternatively, I can just click the line to get the dimension for this part of the rectangle. And it's gonna appear like this little menu's gonna appear, and you can like select how like tall you want it to be. So if I wanted to be 9 inches, that's be a little bit too big. Let's go 0.5. It's gonna change it, and as you can see, the color of the line just changed. So this basically just tells you if the shape is restricted or not. So if it's not restricted, it's gonna be blue like this. And basically what this means is that it can still be modified. You can still pull it, you can still change it like this, but the black lines means you can't change it in this direction. So I can't drag it up anymore because I defined that it has to be 0.5 top to bottom. So if I want it to be like fixed position like this, I'll go here and I'll click the bottom line, and then I can tell it to be 2 inches. And then boom, I can't modify this anymore. It's stuck here. And also the reason why it's stuck like exactly like by the set like the origin is because when I did the 2 point rectangle, I clicked the origin, and that automatically restrains it to the origin. So let's say I didn't do that to begin with. Let's just say I made a rectangle like in the middle of here. I dimension it to be 1 inch top to bottom, 2 inches across. Boom. Now, even though like the rectangle itself can be can't be modified anymore, I can still move it around. Like the rectangle can like move around like this, and but the rectangle itself is fixed. Like I can't make it any longer. I can't make it any taller. But if I want it to be stuck to the origin, like the other rectangle, I can just click coincident, and I can click the bottom point right here. I can click the origin, and then boom, it's stuck like the other one. I can't move it anymore. So constraints are very important whenever you're trying to restrict a sketch. So we'll go over this more when we do other projects, but this is a very important menu whenever you're doing sketching. Okay, let's delete this. Okay, let's go over arcs. Okay, arcs. So there's different types of arcs as well, like rectangles. You have 3 point. Oops, you got 3 points. You got center point. You got tangent. So let's say we want a center point. You can like do 1 inch, and then you can like select 90 degrees, and then boom, we have an arc. And then this is very important for like making curves and stuff. And let's like transition to the different thing as well. We kind of have to go over a lot here. Let's go to mirror. Okay, where's my mirror? Yeah, right here. Okay, so instead of having to draw the arc again, what we can do is simply just do this. Oh, I forgot to draw a line. Yeah, you just have a mirror line. Hold on. Okay, so instead of having to do this all again, let's just click mirror. And whenever you do mirror, just click the object you want to mirror, and then click mirror line, and then boom, it mirrored across the line without you having to drag it with like modifying it. It's just there now. You can press OK, and then boom, you have a full arc basically. Let's delete this, and let's do a rectangle again. Let's do a circle. Okay, so my circle. Let's draw a circle. Let's restrain to 0.5. Boom. Okay. Now this is like looks like nothing right now, but basically what we're about to do is a pattern. So let's, for example, we want circles to surround the entirety of the origin, right? Instead of having to like do Control C, like here, like copy and then paste, and then keep doing this over and over again. Instead of doing all that, what we can do is just press circular pattern, click the object you want to pattern, and then click the point we want to pattern around. So we want to be around the center, so we click the origin, and then boom, we have 3 circles that just surround the origin like this. And let's say we want to have, I don't know, like 6 circles. Boom, we have 6, 9. And the distribution you can choose if you want the circle to be like surrounding the entirety of it. It can be like a quarter of it, the entire thing. So that's something you can modify too. But yeah, there we go. We just did a pattern with a circle around the origin. Let's delete all this. Okay. All right. And then let's talk a little bit more about some of these constraints. Let's make 2 lines like crooked like this. 2 different lines. All right. So these lines, like, they're just willy-nilly basically. They're not like facing any direction. So let's fix that. Let's go to parallel. Let's select both of these lines, and then boom, they'll face the exact same way. Now this isn't very helpful because we want the lines to be straight. So let's go to where is it? Horizontal. So instead of having it be at an angle like this, we can actually see the angle right now. Straight. Hold on. Let's draw a different line at the center like this. All right. Now we can see that the angle right now is, oh my goodness. The angle is, yeah, it's 78 degrees. That's not straight. Instead of having to modify both of these to be 90 degrees, what we can do instead, let's delete this line real quick. All right, we can go here to our horizontal and straight, click these, and then boom, they're instantly straight. And the reason why one affected the other is because we already told Fusion to make them parallel. So once one is horizontal, the other one has to automatically also be horizontal. So that's also going back to like the importance of constraints. You can really like speed up the process of making things in Fusion with these constraints. A lot of these are like self-explanatory, like tangent line, a line that's like not intersecting the like circle. It's like right angle basically. Equal, like they'll be the same length. So if I click these are the same length now. You can do collinear symmetry. So yeah, there's a lot of different things we can do in Fusion with constraints. They're very important whenever you're modeling, but let's just keep going with these. So yeah, there's more shapes like slots. You can do ellipses. You can do polygons. And a lot of these things, whenever you like do a polygon, for example, they have menus within them. So you, like, oh, I just skipped past it. Let me just do that again. So yeah, let me just talk about what I keep doing. So the way I just did this, like the multiple select thing, you just drag. So all you've got to do is make two different objects, for example, and I don't want any of these on my screen. I can just drag, select all of it, and then press delete, and then they're just all gone like that. So that's a very important thing whenever you're trying to like just mass delete things. And then let me go back to what I was talking about. So like yeah, there's different menus within each thing. So like if I click this, yeah, as you see like this the section for distance, this section for the edge number. So let's say we want to be 1 inch across like this from the center, and oh my goodness, I just did it again. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me just do that again. Yeah, you can like press 1 inch. You can do 8-sided, and then boom, it just does it like that. So yeah, the reason why I gotta keep redoing is because whenever you're making it to begin with, you have to select it then. You can't do it afterwards. So that's yeah, and I made it an 8-sided, 1 inch diameter. I mean, 2 inch diameter polygon. Okay, and then yeah, you can do like lines that are curved like this. Like you can trace stuff with this. It's a very helpful tool whenever you're trying to trace something. This points is very useful whenever you're trying to like define where a line should be. You can define like edges with this. That's also helpful whenever you're trying to design something. And we'll use a lot of these tools next time when we actually make something, but I'm gonna introduce all of them right now. So yeah, we have points, got text. You can have like example, say I want the text to be this big, and I wanted to say like hello. I can change the height, I can change the spacing of each character, but yeah, that just makes the text. And with text you can like modify it so that it intersects with bodies. You can extrude it, you can do different things with it. And let's go over extrusion really quickly as well. So let's see here. Yeah, let's say I want to like make the text hello actually like physical, because right now a sketch is just 2D. Like this is a 2D plane, like it's completely flat. It has zero depth at all. So yeah, and also this little home button right here, this is how you go to your home view. You can change your home view whatever you want, and it just allows you to go with like over Fusion very easily. You can change the orientation you're facing. So let's press it. Instead of having to press extrude every time, you can just press E, and then you can click whichever you want to extrude, and let's select the height of, let's say, 1 inch. So boom, we just made our first object in Fusion. And you can see new body. That's a body. It's not like components, other things like that. We're not worrying about that right now. Let's just talk about bodies real quick. So this body right here, we just modeled it. And as you can see, it appears in the bodies tab. You can name it whatever you want. Each letter has its own body. That's the way the text thing works. So you can move, for example, if you want to like move a body around, you can press M, and then you can click whatever you want, and then boom, you can just move it around like this, and then it'll change where it is in relation to the other things, and keep doing that. And then basically that's how you like move around bodies. That's how you interact with bodies. If you want to move something, you press M, and then you gotta press whatever you want to move like that. And then the different types of moves as well. There's translation like this. You can just move it like that. Like you can't orient it. With this one, it's like everything. You can orient it. You can translate it all at the same time. This one restricts it to only translation. This one only rotation. This one's point to point. You can like select, I don't know, like if you want to move it right here, it like moves this point to the E point immediately. I don't want. You can also like on Mac, for example, like if you want to undo like to see the previous thing, you just have to press Command. I'm not sure what it is on Windows, but that's how you go back and forth between what it was before and what it is now after the movement. And then yeah, so that's our basics look into bodies and sketching and all that. Next time we'll go over actually making something useful in Fusion. And yeah, thanks for watching.